Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So the Anti-Defamation League issued a statement last Wednesday saying that last year in 2020, their organization witnessed the highest level of white supremacist propaganda for any year since they began monitoring and tracking that type of propaganda. In fact, they said that white supremacist propaganda nearly doubled in 2020 as compared to the previous year. On that same day, an unclassified intelligence report and assessment from the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI, was released, and it confirms this finding and explained that the danger of allowing this rhetoric to go undeterred is absolutely going to be additional violence. The DNI report stated that racist extremists currently pose the biggest and most lethal threat in the US. This assessment also corroborates testimony that had been given by the FBI director, Christopher Wray. He told congressional lawmakers that violent domestic extremism was, quote, metastasizing throughout the US. The DNI report explained that extremists are motivated by various and sometimes unrelated factors, but we will almost certainly, and that was a quote, see violence perpetrated by these people, regardless of what's motivating them, in 2021, this year. And the report said that they will likely conduct mass attacks against civilians as well as law enforcement and government officials. Most specifically, the DNI report states white supremacists pose, quote, the most persistent and concerning transnational connections. And it's no secret as to how and why this became such an issue in America all of a sudden. We've seen this coming down the road now for 5 years, 6 years since Donald Trump announced his run. Not to say that racism and extremism didn't exist before, but we all saw the rise in hate after Trump started to run for office and he made that infamous speech after he came down his golden staircase about how they're sending rapists and drug dealers from Mexico. Oh, and some, I assume, are good people. It wasn't a coincidence that 99.9% of the people at his rallies and those who broke into the Capitol and terrorized everyone on January 6th were the color of bleached paper. And as I've said before, I know some Trump voters. Not every Trump supporter is a white supremacist, but every white supremacist is a Trump supporter. That's called a clue. I witnessed it up close and personal in my own neighborhood shortly after Trump announced his candidacy. I'll share that story with you sometime when I feel like I won't explode and have a 10-minute rant and meltdown filled with expletives. I can't promise anything, but I will try. Today is not that day, trust me. But yeah, I witnessed it myself. That was 5 years ago. I've never forgotten about it, and I never will, because it pisses me off to this day. Trump's rhetoric was the impetus for so much of this. He just gave them license to let their bigot flags fly and be who they are. They need to take serious action. They need to draw a line in the sand, and they need to make it clear, they meaning the authorities, that it's a new day in this country and this shit isn't going to be swept under the rug anymore. One of the first things Trump did when he took office was to take the funding away from the department that actually monitored and prosecuted groups like this, white supremacists, white nationalists. Wonder why he did that. That was also a clue. He was sending out these messages to them with the stand back and the stand by, and they knew exactly what he was saying. And he can try to make it into something else and pretend that he didn't mean it in that way. Oh, I didn't mean for them to take it that way. I mean, that's what Sidney Powell is doing now, saying, oh, I didn't know people were actually going to buy into all of my batshit crazy conspiracy theories. How would I have known? This is what they do. So they had plausible deniability. This is what Michael Cohen has been saying for many years now. Trump doesn't come right out and say, go attack the Capitol or go attack people of other colors and other nationalities and other religions. It's all the dog whistles, and lunatics are the only ones apparently that can hear it and know exactly what it means. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I will talk with you soon.